Hello, my name is Zia. I'm a rising freshman for Archbishop Mini High School, and this is my intensive project, the Hexapod. I chose the Hexapod because I'm very interested in robotics and want to join the Mini Robotics team and compete. I thought the Hexapod was a great introduction to robotics. For my third milestone, I added 3 ultrasonic sensors here, an OLED display, which shows the distance that the front one is measuring, and coded it to be able to traverse through hallways. First, I should explain how an ultrasonic sensor actually works. So the way they work is that one side sends out a sound wave around 40,000 hertz, and then the other side waits to receive the sound wave that reflects back after hitting an object. Now keep in mind, the ultrasonic sensor itself does not calculate the distance. All it does is sends out a wave and receives it. What actually calculates the distance is the Arduino board. So I coded it so that it takes the time it took for the sound wave to come back, and then using the speed of sound, which what the sound wave goes at, obviously, it uses the equation distance equals time times speed to get the distance. And then it's, like I said before, it's displayed here. And this is true for all 3 of these sensors. Now I'll explain how I coded it to traverse through hallways. So the way I coded it is so that if this sensor here does not detect anything within 5 centimeters, it'll just continuously walk forward through a hallway. And only if it detects something in front of it, like for example, say my hand, which is if it's 5 centimeters or less away, then it'll stop, do a dance, and then these 2 sensors will check if there's any gap, so anything more than 5 centimeters out. If any of them detect a gap, the hexapod will turn where the gap is and then just keep walking. In this way, it can traverse through any hallway and get out of it. Now I'm going to talk about the challenges I had with the third milestone. The first big one was wire management. As you can probably already see, there is a lot of jumper cables here to connect to all these ultrasonic sensors and also the OLED behind. And it was horrendous trying to deal with it all because I had to do it in such a way so that if there's any problem relating to the connection on the jumper cables, I could easily fix it. And it took quite a while to manage it, but I did it, so that's great. Now, another big challenge was these mounts. I CAD'd these and then had them 3D printed. Before, you probably can't see it, but the battery holder here used to be longer, and because of that, these mounts could not fit at all. Well, they could fit, but the jumper cables could not, which those are needed so that the ultrasonic sensors could work. So what I had to do was draw a line on each side and cut off the excess space. It really wasn't needed anyway, but before adding these mounts, it really wasn't a problem, so I didn't think to do so before. Another problem with the mounts was the screws. You can't see them, but these screws are actually much longer than the ones I used before. Excuse me. So this plate here is actually pretty thick. The screws I was using before, which just came with the kit, managed to fit them just fine, so it was an all right size. But because with these mounts, it's just another layer of thickness, the screws that I had before barely got through. At first, I thought I could just make it super tight and just manage to attach it to the standoffs. But after doing this for 15 minutes, it didn't work at all. It was just a waste of time. So I instead used the rest of my time to actually look for longer screws that also fit the standoffs. Those were kind of hard to find. But I managed to find them and attach them here and build my final product, a hexapod that's able to travel through hallways and dance. I thought this project was very fun and a great introduction to robotics like I thought it would be. And despite all these challenges, I learned quite a bit from my time here working with this project and at Blue Stamp in general. Thank you for watching, and this is my final video.